gonna fix you. Your angle looks a little crazy. No, but oh yeah, let me check. About to be hot. Let me see where we can get mic check. One check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Was the delay that crazy? Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Yo. Mic check. 1 check. 1 2 1. That was crazy. So now, how does it sound on your end? You gotta speak, brother. I know, but what about you? Well, how's your voice sound on your speakers, Osvaldo? How's it sound? How do you sound? At all? That's not good. And this is why we check. Go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me now? Let's see how.
It should be able to. I look, you don't like that.
Oh, there we go.
Are you in the game now?
I think so.
Well, double check. Try.
Sounds good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Make sure if you find this or if you find this later, like and subscribe. You already know I am HT or Jesus, depending how well or how close you can get to me. I almost fucked that up. Shout out to everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing well on this fine little Thursday. Hopefully everybody's having a good rest of your week. Make you like and subscribe. And today is just me and Osvaldo. Osvaldo. What's up, Osvaldo? What are you doing, man? How you doing? I mean, what are you doing?
What I'm doing tonight?
Yeah, what are you doing tonight, Osvaldo? What's the plans for the rest of the night?
What's tonight? So it is 1 in the morning and 15 seconds.
1 in the morning is crazy. You scared me, bro. It could be, technically. Oh, fuck, I forgot to put
Today is
Thursday.
January 20th, Friday. For all you guys listening out there, this is what we're doing on our Friday night. We out here.
I can't look up you saying crazy shit like that right now, bro. I was like, wait, what the fuck what did I just hear? On that side of the table, we just get all of a sudden? What happened? No, I'm fucking shit. Where's everybody else, Osvaldo? Why is
They're out partying. It's Friday.
Oh, yeah, right? They got lives, right? They're out here partying.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you have a favorite day out of the week? Oh,
Wednesday.
Why?
It's halfway through.
You don't even think about the week like that. You really think about it like that? Like it's halfway through?
It's how do you see your glasses? Do you see them halfway full or halfway empty?
My glasses or a cup of or a glass?
No, your cup of glasses.
Half empty.
I see them half full.
Half full?
So Wednesday, I see it as the week being over.
Oh, is that your Friday?
Yeah.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot. Oh, Wednesday's the day you just kind of give up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I can't see chat right now. It's not like we get any chatters, but can't see chat.
Any cheddars?
Shout out to the chats, though. I don't think that's what you guys are called now.
No, it's the.
I think you guys are just Mexicans.
You haven't seen the cheddars?
What's the cheddars?
It's the CHETTERS.
Cheddar?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's the mispronunciation or misspelling of cheaters.
All right. Well, what Reddit fucking hole did you fall into?
No. It's whenever someone gets cheated on, you write cheddars on their car and destroy the car. Or misspelling of.
Whoa.
Oh, that's pretty.
Whoa, Osvaldo.
That's pretty exposing right there.
That's pretty exposing. That's how you feel about that. What did this is really a thing, or you fucking with me?
Yeah, so like let's say you cheated on someone.
Mm-hmm.
You get yourself a plate of hot shrimp,
Mm-hmm.
and then at the same time you watch the person you cheated on with her friends destroy your car and spray paint cheddars on the side of the car, trying to spell out cheaters, while at the same time you're eating this said hot shrimp and you say, damn, that's hot.
Yo, what would be your reaction if you ever were in that situation? If a girl decided to just take it out on your car.
You just eat your hot shrimp with salsa and you just say,
Not
insurance will pay for it. That's all you say.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I actually know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. No, I think I seen some random short like a while back in my algorithm. I know exactly, and that's exactly what he said. When you said my insurance will pay for it, it just hit me. I remember that fucking video. People are wild on the internet, bro.
And then at the end, you just tell them, is that all you can do?
Keep going. Keep going. Is that how you would really react, though? If your car was getting destroyed by
It depends on the car. If it was a replaceable car, then again, insurance will just give me a new one. Irreplaceable car.
Your car now.
You need to go in there and drive off
Your car now.
With the people on top of it destroying it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Emotion. Yeah, that's wild. That's a bit Jesus. Anything you care about, right? It's fair game after that type of thing. Is there anything new? What do you think about all this war shit that's going on? I haven't asked you off mic. I've asked you everything besides that. What do you think about this whole war?
Which war?
Well, now Iran and Israel are going at it. / USA is going at it. What do you think about that?
Well, yesterday, what time was it? It was like Thursday. It was like Thursday, like at 11:30.
Okay.
There were some reports going on that some of the missiles were identified as U.S. missiles, causing some sort of a backlash.
Yeah, well, as far as I know, everything Israel got is basically much USA, right? It's not like Israel has a depth of weapons.
Yeah.
Or do they?
Israel, well, if they do have them, a lot of them are U.S. based.
Yeah.
Like one of the biggest ones right now, I don't know if you heard of them, Stark Industries. They just end up everywhere.
Stark Industries. Is that what you just said to me? Oh, well, it's a good metaphor. Same thing. Isn't it Boeing? And then there's like two more. What do you think about general war? Like, do you care for it? Do you think about it? Is it necessary? Are we gonna ever stop warring?
One of the best war tactics is guerrilla warfare.
Okay. All right, veteran. You got a story for me? That was a crazy statement, but go ahead.
It's when you bring out guerrillas to help you out with the war.
Is that what you think about war? You know what guerrilla warfare is, right?
Of course.
What is it?
When you bring all the guerrillas, like let's say you're the other team is marching in a straight line.
Right.
Guerrilla warfare is basically when you have your guerrillas on the outside and ambush them.
Yeah. Or it just means combat, like face-to-face combat. Right? I think that's what guerrilla warfare.
No, I think guerrilla warfare is not face-to-face.
No, I don't. Let's look that shit up. What is guerrilla warfare? Warfare. But you think it's a good thing? Do you think we should, like, it still has value?
Yeah, because again, so I don't know if you've seen the new phenomenon where we're trying to see if 100 men can beat one gorilla.
Oh, that bullshit on the internet.
Again, now we have a whole army of gorillas. That other team is not going to stand a chance.
So guerrilla warfare refers to type of in regular warfare where small groups of fighters use tactics like ambush and hit and run attacks against larger organized military forces. Oh, so it's just with less resources, basically. One side has less resources, so
well, that's why there's one team in the middle, and you just attack them from all sides.
Yep, it's have to improve the situation. Yep, so it's when one side has less resources, and you kind of have to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun.
Being a gorilla?
No, like ambushing some people
with gorillas.
If we get the gorillas, so why do you think that happens on the internet? Why do people fantasize about these things? I think it's fucking.
I don't think people should fantasize Iran versus Israel. I think
that's not a fantasy. It's not a fantasy, folks. It's real life. 11 p.m. with Osvaldo's thoughts. No, fantasize to be foolish enough to fantasize that you can defeat a wild animal.
Because we have.
What do you mean we have?
Like, you can go outside and catch a wild dog or a wild cat.
Yeah, but that has history of domestication.
That's true.
Different.
Yeah.
A gorilla, no.
No domestication.
People can buy animals, like in Texas. I think in Texas the most lions exist or some shit like that. So much people buy fucking animals.
The exotic pets.
Yeah, in Texas. Well, what exotic pet would you have? You had to.
I would get a bobcat or a lynx.
Why?
They're actually pretty, not domesticated, but you could basically train them to act like a cat.
I shouldn't be able to trust it, bro. I was just thinking about the speed and that little look it gives you.
They can be a bit trustful, actually.
You done research?
Mm-hmm.
How close were you to buying a bobcat or catching one? What do you mean? Why are they trustworthy?
They are wild, technically, but
they're really wild.
So most wild animals,
they're the guerrilla warfare of the cats in the wildlife, basically.
Yeah, since they're smaller.
Yeah, and they have to work a little harder because they're like on side of mountains and shit.
Yeah. So the lynx specifically, like, if you raise it with other cats, it'll basically kind of train itself to function like a cat. You could even do it with cheetahs too. Again, they still are wild animals. You still need like high amounts of training. But
would have to like start like since they were small.
Yeah,
you have to put them around them.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to find one right now and get one.
Domesticated animals, right?
Because even a lion could be again, with high amounts of skill, make you trust it. But again, lions still have that killer instinct.
You, if I had to, train, teach, or own some sort of wild animal, you know what would be my tactic to try to like get it? I would I would try to earn his respect just on the animal scale.
How would you do that?
I don't know, like I would compete for the same kill as of it somehow. Obviously, probably have a gun or some sort of arrow, but like be out there and like let it see that like you're down to kill. You think that would work just on the mind part? Like if I had to like, you know, be friends with a fucking bear or whatever, like just try to earn the respect in that way where they're like, you know, you're out there too or trying to do these things or show them these actions, you know? And like like instead of them going hunting that day, you go hunting and you bring them their food and you your own type shit like they can like bang.
I see what you're saying.
If I had to, I don't think it's realistic, but if I really had to, I feel like I would have to earn the respect type shit. Because in wildlife, that's what it is, right? Every time like a bear and moose fight, it's just respect to mate, right? So you just have to like somehow, you know, come on top.
Yes, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of it does depend on the pride or the pack.
Okay.
So let's take a group of lions.
Right.
The main lion will try to always defend his pride.
Yeah.
So let's say you come in with a suit of armor or something, where again it might try to attack you, but since you have a suit of armor, bites aren't going to do anything.
Yeah.
So in that case, it sees that you are stronger.
Right.
So it'll kind of back off, kind of study you. At that point, you could technically say it does have some level of respect.
But it can still attack you if it really wants to, right?
Yeah.
I guess the respect would have to be where you just kind of keep it away from you. You set the boundary.
Yeah. So again, that's what I'm saying. So now you would kind of have to attack back in a way. That way, it's like, okay, this thing is strong. I have no idea what it is. Let me retreat. Keep my pride safe because I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So at that point, again, you could say you have gained its respect.
Right.
But its respect is basically because I don't know what it is and I can't seem to kill it.
Yeah, it's just as long as you stay alive, basically. As long as you're able to keep them off you for them not to tear you apart.
Yeah.
You know what I just thought about? Have we domesticated bees? Because we keep them, right?
Honeybees?
Yeah. Right? We're part of that process.
I think so.
It's not. It's like I doubt like the whole honeybee now. I mean, there's some sort of interaction with humans, right? It's not 100% natural anymore, is it?
Yeah, like I think
because we do. I mean, we do eat honey.
Yeah, I think there are some bees that like they've been selected to not sting.
That's sad.
Like not sting at all.
Yeah, I can see that. That's sad. That's like when they take the vocal cords of a dog.
But at the same time, stinging is a stress response.
Yeah, it's just a defense mechanism, right?
Yeah, so at that point, they have basically evolved to trust us.
Because they shouldn't be stressing them, right?
Yeah.
Kill them.
So we're not killing them. So at that point, they've evolved to kind of trust us.
That's kind of cool when you think about it, because we've domesticated a fucking insect.
I don't know if I would call it full domestication.
Well, there's still wild bees, wasps, or whatever. But as far as like honeybees, we consume a lot of honey.
Yeah.
There has to be a level, and that's why they're bee keepers, right? So I would count that as domestication, right? Like how we would use the farm animal. This one we just use something that they do directly. That is, you know,
in that way, yeah,
milk,
yeah,
right,
very true.
Because it'd be cool to domesticate like insects.
For what reason?
I don't know. Like Let's call a bunch of red ants just to crawl on your foot and bite you, just to irritate you, shit like that.
Well, because domestication is kind of for the benefit of mankind. So, like, again, chickens,
So
cows.
Be friends with an ant then instead of domestication?
Kind of. Well, again, that's what dogs and cats are doing. They're just here emotionally.
Yeah, but is that for mankind? I mean, I guess the dog is because of the wolf part, but cats?
Cats have also been they are technically domesticated.
True, right? They in history, prehistory, there's always a fucking cat somewhere.
Yeah.
That's true in kind of cross culture, right? Do you I was listening to this podcast of these scientists. Good name, but what's his name was in it? The one that's famous. They're all kind of famous in their own right,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Just freaking this game got my throat.
Oh yeah, that game got your throat?
Yeah.
No wonder Camilo didn't play. Did all the work.
He only lasted 3 minutes.
Shout out to Camilo. Hope you're eating, homie. Fucking true. But you think if we let it slip far enough, we can end up the chicken? If we let like AI slip enough? Right? Because think about it. The chicken was technically the dinosaur, top ranked, top dog on this fucking earth. And it got fucking minimized to a chicken.
Not necessarily. So the misconception there is that the T-Rex turned into a chicken.
Well, that was top dog, right? Isn't it? T-Rex, pretty much?
Yeah, but the T-Rex got eliminated. So those big dinosaurs got eliminated. So the chicken's ancestor is actually a dinosaur-like chicken.
Like more bird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't the thing that most of dinosaurs have feathers?
Yeah, I think that's one of the
Instead of,
new
like, scales.
revelations. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of like scales, like how we thought quote unquote lizards would have.
Yeah.
It's actually feathers.
Yeah, so a chicken basically was just, it is a dinosaur.
Technically is. It's the last one we have, right?
Yeah, but
crocodile and alligator, they're not, right?
no. We did have the emu. Kind of fits it.
The big ass whale that we have, the blue whale, the biggest whale, the biggest fucking.
But that's a mammal.
It's a mammal, yeah. Shit, these are cold blooded motherfuckers.
Warm blooded.
Warm blooded, I mean, yeah.
They are technically us.
Dinosaurs or the mammals?
The mammals, the whale.
Okay. The mammals are warm blooded.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. You don't think so?
What do you mean?
Like, you don't think we can ever end up being a chicken out of our humanity? Or if we let AI go too far?
I think we're too separate. We're too separate in DNA.
Well, not literally, smartass. I'm not saying literally become a fucking chicken, but once upon a time, we ruled the earth, and the next thing you know, we got minimized to some insignificant thing.
That could happen. We could technically turn into...
What would we turn to?
A rodent.
I'll be fucked up. Imagine going back and just turning back to a monkey.
No, the monkey is still kind of advanced. You go like... Here's a thought process. What?
Or a chimp. I don't think it's monkey, it's a chimp, right?
Yeah. But that's so advanced. But here's a thought process. So you know how sometimes people will say that person looks like a squirrel, that person looks like a...
The squirrel is crazy.
Like
you a squirrel, Osvaldo.
No.
What the fuck?
Like,
that's a crazy reference.
Or
called you a squirrel, bro.
On TV.
Oh, okay. The memes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I don't know if you've seen this one meme where I think it's Animal Morph, where you see like this like ferret turn into a girl.
Yeah.
So basically, you don't see it, but our primal brain kind of does see it.
Okay.
So before chimps, before humanoids,
Mm-hmm.
we were some type of four-legged rodent, like maybe not specifically rodent, but some
Is that
type
why we
of
test on mouses and mices?
yeah,
They're so close to us in
yeah,
that way? Because that's why we test on them, right?
yeah,
Because their brain is more similar to us than we think, right?
yeah,
They just happen to be rodent.
and easy to breed and everything.
Oh, and they're like easy to like experiment on too.
Yeah,
That's one of the big ones. But their brain is similar to ours, right? That's another point.
so
Imagine being two-legged, go back to four.
that's the thing, though. Like we got to this point.
Right.
What's to say we just don't de-evolve back into that? Kind of how you were just saying.
Damn, that's the one to think about, because usually, of course, you want to move forward. You want to know what the future. But what if we devolved? What if something or somebody evolved us back, all the way back? That's crazy, bro.
It could happen. Like there's
That'd be
been
the best way to get rid of us.
kind of like there are some. Again, this is all in movies, but like I don't know if you've seen where like that feral child that doesn't know how to speak kind of is like
almost
animalistic. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like Tarzan, right?
Yeah.
Like Tarzan.
What's to say this Tarzan character, what if more people were like that? We were
more
animalistic, but like because again, let's say we go back into our history as humanoids, even they have more of a cognitive power than, let's say, some type of underdeveloped Tarzan kind like person, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Again, all of this could be through evolution or mutations where for some reason that person just doesn't have the cognitive abilities we have.
But we still have like certain tribal groups around the world, and they live fully immersed in nature and on a travel kind of basis.
Yeah, but again,
they're not like devolving.
No, they're not devolving at all. But that's because they have other humans to interact with.
But if it's 100% alone, if the human part is stripped, as much as possible.
Yeah.
Right? If you had to go hang out with wolves or whatever.
In those situations, again, you don't know anything else. You don't know other people are like you. You don't know speech. All you know are sounds. You don't really have to think cognitively.
Because cognitively, it would have to start there, right? Like you said.
A lot of the cognitive things would be for hunting.
Yeah.
So your brain would adapt to that hunting style.
And you would be more animalistic to that style. Because if you have to hunt wild animal or just survive in the wild, right?
But again, evolutionary-wise, this person's genes would have to have that ability to survive. If not, this person's just dying.
Yeah, well, the cognitive doesn't go nowhere because it's still there. Because he has to learn how to hunt and how to survive in weather differences and stuff like that, right? So the cognitive wouldn't go away, so that's not really the human part. The human part is like formal language, right? Society, culture.
Yeah, because again, let's say we just take a random kid,
right.
A random kid, and put them in that scenario. They, again, this is all random. This is how evolution works. They could randomly just not have the right genes to survive in the wild. Like,
well, most of us now would probably die in the wild, straight up, right?
Well, we still have our genes from when we were in the wild, so we could still technically do it
if we really wanted to.
But that's what I'm saying. Some random kid, could have a mutation where he just doesn't have that ability. So this kid would not survive.
It would just depend what you still have and don't.
Yeah.
But the basis of us would still be there, just in a different form.
Yeah.
Right? So it doesn't really change in reality. You just become a wild human per se, right? Evolve is crazy, bro. Waking up something Evolving is crazy.
You wouldn't want to?
I mean, me not personally, but I would love to see it. Like if we can like play an AI generator and like go all the way back as far as we know or can and see what happens.
Let me see if I can find that.
It'd be interesting, right? Because okay, so what do you think we're gonna evolve into then? If we know what could it be to devolved, where we just the main center of our consciousness and brain just adapts to the wild environment, the animalistic environment stuff. How the fuck would we make that to?
It depends on environment. So
if you're around a bunch of animals, none of them are your type of animal.
Because technically right now, the next evolution as we are now, it's whatever is harming us.
What do you mean?
So we could, let's say, pollution. Okay. Let's say pollution is somehow...
Global warming is real.
Let's say all of that is reducing our lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
In the future, whoever has that mutation
yeah,
of surviving pollution, surviving global warming, is going to end up reproducing more. So in the future,
we'll have lungs of steel. Well, not lungs, but we'll figure out how to adapt to the bad conditions.
Yeah, basically, it's either everyone else that doesn't have that ability is going to die, reproduce less, or that population will just get mixed in with the genes that do have it.
That would be, I mean, yeah. If we were going through that process, that would be the best case scenario, right? Because it is global warming, the one that's affecting us, right?
And then the other options are like radiation.
Yeah, but radiation, what? We would have to kind of lose our atmosphere, really, or somebody just has to like.
No, it could be something with your like let's say
atomic weapons.
Like, I think if the poles like shift or something, that could mess up that could mess up our magnetic field.
Ooh, that'd be a big one.
If our magnetic field is shifted, we don't have that protection from
the atmosphere. And the sun rays will actually burn us. Literally. The sun would actually burn.
Yeah.
Not just like sometimes.
So again, that sometimes happens when the sun sends out a flare.
And that happens a lot.
And flares are very common,
think, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT if in Earth's history there's ever been a time where we didn't have no atmospheres,
or like at the beginning of time, maybe,
right? Or at some point, because Earth wasn't always like functional.
In the beginning of the Earth's history, I don't think we had an atmosphere. We're all rock.
In Earth's history, did we ever... Do you think there's an evolution in Earth? You think Earth, like our planet that we know, you think there's a chance to, because the planet does evolve, right? Because global warming, that's the human like version for us to understand.
Yeah, but our Earth has technically gone through other
it's been different
warmings.
forms. That's what I mean. What I meant to say is global warming, it's the way we understand the change on Earth, but all planets always go through change.
Yeah, like we had an ice age.
Yeah, full-blown one. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, humans were around for the ice age.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think the problem with global warming is that it's a rapid change. Usually it's gradual.
Oh, that's kind of the difference.
Yeah.
But how do we not know the other changes that's happened on Earth haven't been gradual?
I think we have known that they have been gradual.
Oh, okay.
Like the ice age was gradual, becoming and getting out of. So now that we do live in a more modern society,
Yeah.
we want to keep it as long as possible. Like the problem with global warming is that, so like in Florida, people have houses.
Yeah.
Rapid global warming is gonna possibly destroy those houses, or even make Florida go underwater.
Or California go become an island or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, so that doesn't give us enough time to move people out of Florida, basically.
But do you, maybe not enough time, but is there any influence on the evolutionary part where, I don't know, we develop things to adapt to environment?
Yeah, that part too, but I guess there's two ways of seeing it. Like, it's either we allow global warming to happen, we allow for Florida to go underwater, and we just
lose it.
We just lose it,
Shout to Florida.
or we modify Florida. We modify how we build our houses there.
We would have to, right?
Yeah, and then or the other option is just to accept it and move on.
And just disregard that land mass,
Mhm.
right? But the Earth has always gone through evolution.
But again, that's why it has. But usually it's gradual. Usually there's enough time for humanity to adapt to it.
Yeah, but let's say before us, right? You think it was gradually then?
Apart from when the Earth first formed, I think yes. Most of the time it has been gradual.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah, because look, so I put in that question. So if the formation of Earth, according to ChatGPT, was 4.6 billion years ago, Earth formed the solar nebula as a molten rocky body. At this point, there was no stable atmosphere. Planet was too hot. Any gases would have been that's normal. And then,
Like, it took a gradual process to cool down the Earth.
yeah, like hydrogen, helium, and solar nebula. So the first atmosphere was thin, quickly lost due to high temperature, like lack of magnetic field. Damn, it had to develop a magnetic field.
Also gradual.
Yeah, but even like going from being in the ice age, was that gradual? Yeah,
Pretty-
right? 'Cause there
pretty
was a
gradual,
time for
yeah.
Culture and animals,
Mhm.
certain specific animals to exist in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You think we're ever gonna not be Earthlings? Like, is there a time where that scene in the movie from the spaceship and our planet just
Space Jam?
Space Jam is crazy. Space Jam. Well, did you actually watch Space Jam?
I
Not the LeBron one, the Jordan one.
Yeah?
That was
Which alien are you?
no, I'm not an alien. Fuck those little budgie bastards, little weirdos. Yo, oh man, I used to love that movie. I used to love the beginning. Oh yeah, and then
Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah, welcome to the and then they fall into the where Jordan is trying to become a baseball player.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never watched the LeBron one, so I don't know what the fuck.
I watched it. It was
Of course
too
you did.
complicated.
What do you mean?
Like, they had
It was
too
trying
many
to get a hair
characters.
transplant? What do you mean too complicated?
There were so many characters.
Too much Looney Tunes?
Yeah. No, not even Looney Tunes. It was like the whole WB, I think.
Oh, they threw the whole WB. I didn't want to mess up my nostalgia with the original Space Jam. Because I feel like that's when WB was like, it was like a perfect timing for them. Because, well, I'm older than you, but I mean, that's what Sunday cartoons was. No cable.
Bugs Bunny?
Yeah. No, nah. Well, Bugs Bunny. But I didn't wake up that early. The Looney Tunes were like, fucking, you gotta be at 6. I didn't wake up that early. But it was like the Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was all them.
No, I never watched it.
You never watched Pinky and the Brain?
I
Man?
never did.
You never seen Braintown Pinky that they were gonna take over the world?
I've seen the memes, but not the actual show.
Yeah, that was around that time. Do you have a favorite movie or a movie you can still watch and you still get that little dopamine hit?
Yeah,
You're not a movie guy.
I watch it every Independence Day.
What? You watch Independence Day, the one with Will Smith?
No, I watch it on Independence Day.
What movie is that?
Independence Day.
Fuck you. That's a good movie, man. That's a good movie. Will Smith made everything weird, but all those, even like the stupid Wild West movie, I fucked you.
I try to respect the documentary.
You know that's not a document. Independence Day. Okay.
He wasn't a president? That speech wasn't real?
Nope, it was all bullshit.
What happened to all the alien tech that we have now?
I don't know. That's you know that didn't happen, Osvaldo. Is there any conspiracy theory you wish it was true, or any movie you wish it was true?
One of the conspiracy theories I kind of believe in is I don't know if you've heard but there's this super rare a rock or metal. It's supposed to absorb vibration.
Why that one? I feel like we're gonna find that one soon here. We're probably gonna make it here soon.
You could use it for a lot of materials. It's super strong because it's vibration proof. So
vibration or vibranium? Are you saying vibration or vibranium?
Vibration.
Okay.
Vibranium is it's a made up.
Just wanted to make sure.
But this.
Oh well, now you're gonna tell me what you made up. You're talking about a whole fucking thing that don't exist here, bitch. Okay, good luck. You were saying.
Yeah. So again, this metal. It's been said that this metal could be used for technological advancements.
That would be cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one would be cool because it's time to have some cool ass materials that are lighter, more expandable, easy to use every day, like wear even on clothes. Like it's time, like it's time to just have like a true fireproof jacket or something, or like a true what were you saying earlier? When you go into space, what's the chemical?
Radiation proof.
Yeah. Because are spacesuits technically radiation proof? No, right? Because they still could take damage. They just.
I don't know, actually. I think we have developed some sort of coating protection, but I don't think it's 100%.
No, I don't think so either, right?
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, because again, being in space or even being on the moon, like the radiation is going to hit.
Oh, it definitely will, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you think just shooting like throwing something at the wall right now with this stuff, you think fungi could be used in any way to like coat anything or cover anything, like living fungi?
In what way?
I don't know, in a spray, I don't know, to coat something, because fungi's pretty resilient, right? Pretty much, it can withstand a lot of things.
Yeah,
because it's literally underground. I think it's in the water too. Right?
Oh, the mycelium.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Mycelium.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's been hypothesized that a large part of the Earth could be mycelium.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know if it's true though. I've heard about it, but
yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard about that, but I don't know if it's true neither. I mean, if it is true, that means it'd be a really strong substance, right? Or it's strong material. Because what mycelium can...
It just has very good dispersing effects. Like it cover large areas. So maybe if we were able to make it already has the coverage. Now we just make that coverage stronger.
or like have it come together or separate,
Yeah.
right? Like if you were gonna catch a big spaceship, bring all the mycelium together and catch it, right?
Yeah.
Were nanobots supposed to do all that shit? We never got nanobots. That was some
We
bull.
do have nanobots actually.
Like actual.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the small little ones, right?
Yeah, like we have nanobots right now for like our bodies. Like
Yeah,
for
right. They go in and fix shit, right?
not again. They're still being
Or check
tested.
stuff.
Yeah,
Check stuff.
I think the nanobots we have like are mostly just to like try to move things around or even check things. But I think that is the next
Damn, it took us
science
this long
development.
to get to nanobot.
Yeah.
Nanobots. You think you know how we have to deal with guns now and shit, and that whole conversation. You think if people had superpowers, it would be the same thing, or it'd be any different? Like if the X Men really existed, or would it be like the X Men story, where they just shun the mutants and shit?
Would everyone have them, or would only certain people have them?
I wouldn't say everybody, but I would say just like evolution, some 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 trickle down effect in your family tree, like where some of your certain family have them. Not everybody, but everybody would have like a cousin that does this or a brother.
That would be X-Men.
Yeah,
I would say the only possible way
everybody.
it would have to be everybody.
But we'll probably destroy the shit, right? We would destroy each other. We would go into like end of the world battle and shit.
But we could say the same thing now about
Because
nuclear
there would
weapons.
be no purpose. I mean, well, but that's different because now we do it in a more controlled way.
Yeah, so
now we're doing it on Iran and who and Russia on Ukraine and then maybe China on Taiwan. I mean, we kind of do it now. We just pick and choose.
yeah, but we haven't actually used them. It would be like if everyone had superpowers, but they never used them.
But we would use them, right? That's the one I wish was true.
But again, let's say you use them, but you know you use them, someone's gonna use them on you, and there's always a chance someone else might have a stronger power than you.
Yeah, and we would need purpose, right? We still need purpose. So why do you have the superpowers? There would have to be a reason why you can you can you can show this level of power from the human, right? There would have to be a purpose because a lot of times when I think about those ideas, we don't have it because what would be the purpose?
Is that your conspiracy theory that we all have superpowers, but they're just latent, and we need to go into our DNA using CRISPR to unlock that specific genome to give you that super strength you have?
I mean, if we're gonna go there, yeah, that's the one I would wish that it was real, yeah. But it wouldn't make sense because you would still need purpose. You still need balance in the universe. So the only reason we would have power if we would have to fight something bigger outside of ourselves. That's the only way it would make sense to balance out like the universe and the world.
Like Thanos.
Like Thanos. Yeah. People like that. Right? Because if you're just like a normal guy and you can just like make fire out of nothing.
How many times have you met Thanos?
I've never met them. I've never even watched the movie, bro. Well, how many times have you met Thanos?
I haven't met him yet, but I've heard he's scary.
It's just he just sounds like those guys that get bullied, that their first girlfriend breaks up with them, and then they just develop this crazy notion of themselves and build. Up, and then just Did you cry when Iron Man died?
No, I cried when Thanos died.
Really? Why?
He's a hero.
I've never seen the movie. You tell me.
He's trying to save the universe.
The whole universe, right?
Yeah.
And he's dead.
And then these guys just end up killing him because they don't believe in his plan.
Final question. So I don't get out here so late. Do you think psilocybin or mushrooms or fungi or mycelium is directly connected with indigenous people? Like directly, where it's that's
I wouldn't necessarily say indigenous. I could see them be connected to all of humanity because all of humanity does have fun guys. So
I believe that was crazy. All right, fun guys. You couldn't help. You're tired as fuck, and you somehow still fucking squeezed that one in, huh? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys see us here next week, and we're gonna end on that point. Just a reminder: global warming is real, and it's fuck ice. All right. Thank you so much.
ChatGPT did say that.
What is it?
That a lot of the Earth does have mycelium in it.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell you, it's like the base of nature.
But is it all connected?
Oh, do it. We're not gonna get off, so you can see it is definitely connected. It has to be, like you said, it covers a lot of mass.
Yeah. Let's see.
So it has to be connected. All fungi is connected. There's a neural network of fungi.
Global mycelium networks. Let's see. It's doing its thing, considering connectivity.
It has to be, bro. Mycelium can't
Thinking,
act on its own.
clarifying, understanding.
This is his relationship with ChatGPT.
It thought for 31 seconds. It says technically no, but lots of overlap. There are a large amount of networks, but there isn't one super organism.
But there is networks.
Yeah, lots of networks. It's not one
super organism, but there is networks of connectivity through fungi.
It could be forests. Sometimes are.
I think it's
all
even
have one
water
network.
That's cool, man. That'd be cool.
But they do have recognition. They recognize themselves and other mycelium networks. So that's why they don't try to fight each other either.
So that means they have awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Mycelium. Man, shout out to the mushrooms, bro. Shout out to the fungi. Is that all you have for the people today, Osvaldo?
What was your favorite movie?
My favorite movie? Which one did you say? Fucking Space Jam? You did? Space Jam was not your favorite movie. Favorite movie? Men in Black, bro. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I just love that movie. That movie made my it gave my imagination so much validation. I still can watch it. I can still watch it in the background. Men in Black. I don't know.
Men in Black 4?
No, fuck that one. That one. I don't know what the fuck was that. Fucking British and shit that they went too far. No, the last one I like is when he had to travel back in time to go get Kay.
Oh, did you ever watch it's with Ryan Reynolds. It follows a similar plot.
Was Ryan Reynolds in Men in Black?
No, it was
Ryan Reynolds being some random ass movies.
He was like in what movie was it? Or maybe not. No, I think it was him, but I forgot the movie's name. Oh, R.I.P.D.
The fuck, when that come out? What the fuck is that?
Came out in 2013.
2013. I did like Alien vs. Predator too. That was kind of cool. I thought that was a good idea if we're gonna show two alien races fighting.
I haven't seen any of them.
But you don't like movies. That's why I asked you the question. You know how many good movies there is, especially like the old ones.
I haven't seen any of the old movies.
You gotta watch Minority Report too. You still didn't even watch the CIA, the Shepherd, right? The CIA.
Oh no, I haven't watched it.
You need to watch that shit.
The last movie I watched was John Wick 4.
Yeah, kind of fell off.
They're making a John Wick 5.
Yeah, but they're gonna present the girl.
My favorite part was when he rolled down all the stairs, and at no point did he stop himself.
It's John Wick, man. He likes paint. Okay. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Make sure you like and subscribe.